All right, good night. Welcome to Hold on there. Welcome to Fresh Thursday. How you doing, guys? Thank you guys for being here. Hey, Fifi, Johnny, how you doing? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you coming through. Thank each and every one of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. So on every Thursday, every third Thursday of the month, we're gonna have a show called Fresh Thursday. Fresh Thursday is a show where we just pick something fresh from the garden, eat it, drink it, and just make sure on that day we eat something fresh. So we're gonna continue this, but most likely on a Thursday we do open discussion. But now we also have Fresh Thursday coming through. Thank you guys for being here. All right. First, I want to talk about my product that I have coming pretty soon. I have a product coming very soon that you guys gonna love it. You guys gonna love it. It's amazing, and the good thing about it, it's natural, and it's nothing to harm your plant. It's mostly to help the plant, and also blends in with the environment. So basically, we're not harming the earthworms. It's not harming the pests that we need in the garden. It's not doing that. So yes, will be coming soon. So yes, I hope you guys stay tuned, and I hope you guys interested in getting your first bottle as soon as I made that announcement of it's ready. All right. So yes, guys, thank you. Tonight we're gonna have a little treat on gardening. I have some notes right down. I'm gonna be definitely going through some of my notes tonight that I write down for years. I'm gonna definitely go through some of them. So tonight is gonna be a garden treat for the people who really interested in garden. Yes, it's gonna be a garden treat because I'm gonna go a little deeper into the information because I know a lot of people out here wanting this information, and why not? I mean, holding it up, I don't think holding it up is the right thing to do. Sharing it that it can pass on to other generation, I think that's one of the best thing to do. All right, but it's all about organic gardening. That's what it's about. I cannot recommend other product to you because I don't use them. So I got to stick to the organic gardening. All right. So basically, that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Yes, guys. So thank you guys. As always, I truly appreciate you guys. Yes. Yes, very important. Very important. Sometimes, you just got to just share the information because, while we able, we should share it. Just like how, because when I look at my grandparents, my parents, and the people who I was around was so willing to share. Once you want alone, they're ready. Yeah, sorry for that, guys. So my grandparents and them and parents was so willing to share that I feel like this is very important. So yes, tonight I'm gonna go through some real depths into gardening. Yes, I explain a lot of things, but I have some notes that I'm gonna go through, and basically explain a little. Then maybe I might go into a few videos basically showing exactly what I'm talking about. Because I like to do that because it kind of show and confirm what I'm saying. Because this is exactly what I'm doing. You know? So yes, guys, I appreciate every one of you for all your support. Truly appreciate you guys. I appreciate each and every one for all the support. Thank you guys as always. So yes, we call tonight Fresh Friday. I now drink a fresh cup of mint tea. Love it. With no sugar, just the mint and a little stevia added to it. It was amazing. All right, so every Fresh Friday, you drink a cup of tea. Oh, yes. Hey, Hands in the Dot, what's up, man? Thank you for being here. What's going on? Yes, guys, so I'm going through my notes that I write down for years. I'm going into now to share the depths of gardening, the way I do the gardening, the way you know. Nice, I've been harvesting my stevia. Oh yes, I had a nice cup of sweet stevia today. It was amazing. With mint, no sugar, it was amazing. Yeah, so let me go to some of my notes here. All right. Okay. Basically, organic garden. Okay. Man, I'm chilling back home. Just okay, all right. Well, give her back some rest, man, because you know it is. You know how it is. But thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yes. Organic garden is a method of growing without the use of synthetic fertilizer. All right, it is a method of growing without synthetic fertilizer. I don't really use synthetic fertilizer, so I really can't give you too much information about it. So I more focus on the organic. So please understand, it's organic I'm focusing on. I cannot refer to any product because I don't use them. I cannot tell you whether they're good or they ain't good. Okay? All right. Pesticide and modify organism. So basically, we're not using the pesticide and these things. We just going clear. All right. Hey, boy, Blue, what's up? Thank you for being here. What's going on? One benefit of organic, basically, how organic garden promotes sustainability, protect the environment, and provide health food option. Soil health. Soil health is, like I always say, guys, soil health is one of the most important thing in gardening. One of the most important thing. The more healthier your soil is, the more healthier your plant. The more healthier your soil is, the more healthier is your plant. This is very important. This is why I always focus on the soil. You always hear me talk about the soil. Because from my experience, I see the benefit of the soil. Okay? Like for instance, I use a lot of trees and leaves on the body of the tree. And these things, what these things cause, listen me guys, you guys, these things cause so much benefit in your garden. Please, not telling you how to use it, but it definitely carry a lot of stuff in the benefit in your garden. Yes. All right. The soil is definitely the key to, yes, the soil, very important. Very important. I'm going to some notes that I write down about 5 years ago, because I always take my notes, things that I write down. Okay. Basically, soil health. You know, I'm going to explain the importance of soil health, how to improve the adding compost, using cover crop and practice crop rotation. This is the next thing, cover crop. Also, practicing the rotation of crop, of your crop. The rotation of your crop, meaning planting, moving them around, because the thing is, a lot of these plants push out a lot of nutrients in the soil. So if you plant them in this area, you could rotate and plant them in another area. And so by you keep rotating your crop, basically every year or every 2 years, this thing helps maintaining your soil. So cover crop, very important. Also, rotating your plant is very important. Very, very important. Sometimes you might realize in an area, you're growing a certain thing in an area and they're doing so well in that area. But sometimes you could let it run for a couple of years, but sometimes you got to rotate. You got to bring something else in that area, because especially the plants that push out a lot of nutrients or through their roots, sometimes the connection from each root slapping up with each other, even though the weeds in your garden, they help your soil. Listen to me, this thing does wonders in your garden. So the connection of the root and all these things with the microorganism and all these things, they create wonders in your garden. And this is facts right here. This ain't no joke. This is facts. Like weed management, right? Weed management. Sometimes we try to, let me tell you a little about weed management, right? Let me tell you a little about weed management. Weed management is something you got to understand how to handle these weeds. Sometimes we like to pull up the weeds then, but sometimes it's better you just pull off the top and leave the root in the ground. Yes, they're going to spring back up, but these things add a lot of nutrients in your soil. You see? So sometimes you could take them up, and sometimes you could drop them back right on the ground, like the top. Just drop it right back down in the garden, and that gonna just decay and become compost in your soil. So managing the weeds in your garden, it's a good thing, but taking off the top and leave the root that they could continue growing and spreading the nutrients in the soil, that's what you want. This is important, very important. Yes, and cover crop rotation is a practice I'm familiar with This is one of the reasons I don't plant the same food every year. Plants definitely release nutrients. Yes, definitely. Definitely. Plants release a lot of nutrients, and sometimes that's why I do not pull up their root. I take off their top. Never to pull it up. Take it out because they add a lot of nutrients in your soil. Okay. Just okay, like for instance, say watering, right? Watering. When you watering your plants, the water system, you see what I'm saying? Basically, as I personally do not wet my plants them once they start growing. If the small and the rain is beating them down, I'm gonna give them a little water. If the sun is beating them down. But after that, I'm definitely not watering them. But for the people who water their plants, when we deal, because we're dealing with organic, right? So sometimes it's good to do, some people call it rain harvest or rainwater harvest. This is very important because as much as people might say there's certain things in the air, I don't think it is bad as the things that they actually adds in that soil. You see what I'm saying? Because in the water that you get from the pipe, you know what I'm saying? It's way different. I think the rainwater is, from my experience, sorry guys, for my experience, the rainwater works better. For my experience, I'm sure others have different experience, but for my experience, the rainwater works way better than if you get in the water from the pipe. So a good way is to, like they call it, harvest water, meaning try to catch, store rainwater that can help you with your plants, because the rainwater make your plants look just different. Just look at it. You go outside, it rained for 3-4 days. It rained for 3-4 days, and then guess what? When you look at your plants, it's like they just shoot up. You see? Hey, thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate you guys. Rainwater, yes, rainwater is definitely the best. Definitely the best. I agree with that. Thank you, Matt Harkins. Thank you guys for coming through. All right. I appreciate you guys here. So we're going to talk about companion planting. Companion planting. Okay, no, let me go on composting for a minute. Let me go at composting first. All right. Number one, when you're doing organic gardening, right? And it's good if you have the space. If you have the space, okay, thank you. If you have the space, or if you have the space, create a little pile in your garden, in a little area, create a little pile, put some leaf, and if you have tree limb or things like that, and just leave them there. I don't believe in meat. Somehow, I think meat sometimes create a lot of disease in your compost. It creates a lot of bacteria that can harm your plant, eat the root of your plant. So for me, I will stay away from the meat. I personally will stay away from the meat in my compost. From my experience, I see the benefit of the leaf. I see the benefit of the rotten tree trunk. I see the benefit of the weeds in your garden. If you really want to have such a garden, you could use these things. And if you, say for instance, not telling you to do this, but say for instance, right, you trying to transform your garden because say you was a person that use different type of chemical and you want to transform your garden from using the chemical into organic. You can do that. And that doesn't mean you're going to stop growing your food. You still continue growing your food, but just focus on the organic, the leaf. If you have access, whatever organic you have access to, use it. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's go to the pollinators for a moment. Let's go to the pollinators and the benefit. All right. When we're dealing with pollinators, pollinators is so important in a garden or in our life. Basically, we might feel like, oh no, we don't really need that. But pollinators is so important, guys. So what helps attract a lot of pollinators for what I see is native plants and flowers that push the flowers that they could, the fruit trees that push out, all these things draw pollinators to your garden. So pollinators is very important in your garden, and if you can save them because they are a lifesaver to us. Without pollinators, we might go starving. I'm telling you. This is for real. Without pollinators, we have situation. This ain't no joke. No, let's talk about harvesting for a minute. And I always talk about harvesting. And okay, I'm gonna go back to the screen in a minute, all right? Harvesting. I always talk about never harvest on a full moon. It's important to know when to harvest because when you harvest a certain time, your fruit or your food have more nutrition inside of it. So this is why I always talk about harvesting before the full moon or after the full moon. Never harvest on a full moon because on the before the full moon, the nutrition and the vitamins is right there. When it go through the full moon, is like it draining it. Then when it going back, passing back from the full moon, then it start drying back the nutrients inside of it. This is very important. The taste is better. You get a better taste, more nutrition when you harvest not on a full moon, either before or after. So if you know you're planning on harvest, it's a good thing to try to get them before the full moon, or if the full moon catch them, hold on until the full moon start going back. All right? Right, exactly. Okay. Like when we talk about pest control, you got to, there's a lot of ways you could do pest control. You could create an environment for birds. Birds is very important in a garden. You could also create, there's a plant that they call marigold. Plenty of people say it's good for helping with the pests, but they need to do some research and realize that how benefit marigold is for us as well. So it's not just good for keeping away pests, it's very good for us as well. Do your research on that, okay? Do your research on that. But yes, when come and I'm going to hold a minute, I'm going to go back to the chat and then we're going to talk for a minute. Soil health is important. Very important. Always try to maintain your soil. Always try to keep your soil a certain, full of nutrition. You understand? Carbon. You see, like the leaf create a lot of carbon. Listen me, don't throw away your leaf. If you have leaf, keep your leaf them. All right, let me go back in the chat, then I'll continue. Rainwater is the best. Okay. I grew up drinking rainwater and still do. All right. I never had used meat, but I have used old fish and crab shell. Okay, okay. Man, those pollinators scare me this year. Yeah, that's the next thing again. The next thing, I was not seeing too much pollinators, but now I'm seeing them. So I realize now the flowers start pushing out. They start pushing out as well. Harvesting ground crop in full moon also prevent them from being able to store upland. That's it. That's it. Full moon is, you got to pay attention when you're harvesting. I know sometimes we want to run out and harvest, but pay attention to it because it's not, do your own research on full moon. Harvest some before full moon and harvest some on full moon and see the difference for yourself. Yeah, marigold is very important. Yes. Thank you. Yes, Fifi. Thank you for that. I make her mix and add their feed also fresh, their crop and run. Okay, good. All right. So let me go again. All right. So let me go through some benefit that I write down from my own experience that I see for my own self. This is in organic gardening, my own experience. So I'm just sharing this with you guys. When you're doing organic garden, right? When you do organic garden and listen me, organic garden is something, man. It's so enjoyable. It's so much fun. It's so much knowing that what you're doing is just natural and pure, that you know what I'm saying? It's a good thing. Well, let me give you some benefit from organic gardening. It produces healthier and more nutritious food. Organic gardening produces more healthier and nutritious food. And I believe that 100%. 100%. More healthier because what you're using is natural. And what you're using is helping the soil to produce what the plant need, to feed the plant. And when the plant, when the roots suck it up to the plant, it push it out in the fruits or the leaf, whatever plant it is. So it's important. Okay? Also, it protects the environments. It protects the environments, and also the runoff. You know, sometimes somebody might be close to you and they spraying all kind of stuff in their yard. You ain't using it, but they're using it. They're spraying chemical in their yard and they're doing all different kind of stuff. And that running off. You see what I'm saying? But if they're using the organic, staying away from the, you know, these pesticide stuff, it protecting, you ain't having the problem. So for the environment, it's helping the environment. And we all know how important it is to help the environment instead of destroying the environment. It also improves soil fertility. Basically, it improves your soil. Now, let me tell you, if you, the good thing about gardening, if you gardening and you using organic fertilizer, organic manure, let me say fertilizer, because a lot of that selling, and I don't want to even mention that name. You're using organic product like organic product, and it basically help your soil, because what it's doing, this adding to your soil, it's adding nutrients, it's adding carbon, it's adding so much thing to your soil, and it only making your soil more pure and healthy. Now, these things cause the earthworms to come. They attract earthworms. This is why when you create a pile of these leaves and other things and just leave them there, when you do, look, you realize them. There's earthworms, there's all different kind of bugs. You didn't put them there, but they're right there. Okay? But they're right there. So that tells you something. All right, hands in the door. Thank you for coming through. No, I don't have the luxury time to full moons. Okay, I got you. I got you. If your chicken get hold of your garden, you're surprised to see what they will do for the love of. Yes. Yep. That's true, boy Blue. Yes. Okay. So now, guys, let me go and look for a video and play this video, because honestly, when I do this kind of stuff, I like to show what I'm talking about, because I believe in gardening a certain way. Not telling you how to garden, not tell you what to do, not tell you how to do your thing. All I'm saying is this is how I do it. So let me just give you guys, for the people who never saw, who didn't watch so much, who didn't see this video, let me go and see if I can find a video here that can really show you guys the things that I put in my garden and the kind of work I put into my garden.
the way I deal with my soil is pure because I take the steps of making it that way. Patience, discipline, time. I'm gonna just watch this video, guys. If you're really interested in grow organic food, you at the right place. Just keep going back and watch my channel. There's so much to learn about organic food. Yes, I'm gonna show you how I feed my soil and what I feed my soil with. And I've been doing this for a period of time. So I'm full of experience when come on this. Don't go nowhere. Watch this. This is a trench that I dig out. All right, so I'm digging out the trench. Okay, so what happened? I already did over here. So I'm gonna show you now what I do to maintain this soil.
Guys, this is exactly what I use and add to my garden on a regular basis. So what you see going on here now, you add these in the soil, in the ground, and then you cover them with soil. It's also rotten decay way faster if you cover it with the soil instead of just leave it on top of the soil. It breaks down way faster and way easier if you cover it. Once you cover it, it's going to attract a lot of insect that you definitely need to break it down. It's going to attract worms. It's going to attract ants. It's going to attract so many different type of insect that I can't even mention. I don't even know their name, but there's so much it will attract. Even while I'm jogging these wood, there was ants, there was all different type of bugs within that wood that I'm jogging there right at this moment. So building your soil, it take a lot of work, and that's the thing. A lot of people not going and do this type of work for their gardens. So sometimes we try to do it and take the
All right,
short
guys.
way out.
You see what I now did? I went and get some rotten tree trunk and I placed them in my garden. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm going to cover it with some dirt. Because when you cover it with dirt, it work a lot faster. Because now you're gonna attract earthworms and all these bugs that you need in your garden because that's what you're doing. You're bringing nature to your garden. So by doing this already have ants and all type of bugs inside of it already. That's needed in this garden. So watch exactly what I'm doing and see why I said my garden is 100% organic.
Right. So now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add soil on top of this wood. So when you add soil, they kind of keep it more moisture, more damp. So by keeping it more damp, it easier, it causes it to decay way faster. than if you leave it to the surface where the sun is drying it out. When the rain come, you wet it, then the sun is drying it out. But if it's underneath the soil, it's harder for the sun to dry it out. So what they're gonna be do creating, decaying, all these kind of molds and decaying itself. You'll be surprised how fast that a tree body can break down if you have it covered. So these are very important. These things are very important in an organic garden. Now, when you create an organic garden like this, no, you stand a way better chance of not have to worry about too much pests, too much stuff to eat on your plant.
Within a year and a half, exactly a year and a half, this will be able to feed the garden. All the micro and microorganism and all these things gonna break down. So now this is what's gonna feed your plant with nutrients. Then when you add the leaf to this, it make it super. It's hard work, but it's rewarding. I just don't wanna, sorry guys, I just don't wanna take the video for too long, but I just want you guys to see how I maintain my soil. 100% organic. That's what I do. Follow the ancestors. That's how they do it. I'm doing it the same way. Peace and love. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe and hit that notification there. Because a lot of information about organic gardening is coming. Peace.
All right, guys. All right, guys. Thank you guys for staying true. But I just want to basically show what I'm really talking about because I don't just want to be talking. At least I'm able to show what I'm talking about, and this is what's important. Hey, Life from Scratch, how you doing? What's going on? Thank you for being here. Let me see. Yes, see the size of the trunk. Definitely. Yep. Yes. Planter eat. For Moses God, and he just proved that with that's definitely boy blue. Definitely. Definitely. Those are really important practice for organic garden. Even if it takes time for the material. Yes, you see, the thing is, and this is why you always hear me talk about long-term investment in gardening. Because what happened is you want a quick fix. So your quick fix is just running and getting these things for throw around your plants and they shoot up. No, you could get that. If you maintain an organic garden, you could get big plants growing fast. Just check this out. Just check this out. You know what? Give me a second. Let me pull up a video, guys. Just give me 1 second because I want you guys to see what I'm talking about. 1 second, guys. Just give me 1 second over here. Hold on. How I pause it? Hold on. Okay. Let me go back there now. 7 feet tall. Look it right up there. That's 6 feet right there and goes up 7 feet tall. This pepper tree is naturally 7 feet tall. All right, guys, this is a pepper tree, 7 feet. Okay, guys, this is a pepper tree, and it's 7 feet tall. Have you ever seen a pepper tree 7 feet tall? Look it right up there. That's 6 feet right there, and goes up 7 feet tall. All right, guys. You see, this is what I'm trying to show you guys, right? Because I want to show proof of what I'm talking about. Now, you see, I grow, and I've been doing this year upon year, and I'm sure I'm going to do it this year again. I'm sure I'm going to do it this year again. This pepper tree, 7, and it ain't one of them, is many of them grow 7 feet tall. Right? Look what I'm using. You see? Look what I'm using. I'm not using them kind of stuff, but I'm still able to grow peppers 7 feet tall. How many people you see grow a 7 feet tall pepper tree? I now show you with the tape measure. I didn't just say 7 feet tall pepper tree. And guess what? These pepper tree sometimes have on 25 peppers one time. 25 peppers, small peppers, and still have blossom on them. So you ain't got nothing to lose growing an organic garden. You ain't got anything to lose because what you're doing, you're creating a garden for yourself that gonna be for the long term. You see? For the long term. 7 feet pepper tree. That's what I grow. And nice size pepper too. So it shows you that organic works. It shows you what I put in that garden definitely works. This is facts. This ain't Google information. This is facts. I'm talking. Organic is the best way to go. Old school gardening works. Don't be distracted by the developing quick and easy. Exactly. Let me tell you guys something. The difference between old-time gardening and gardening today. The difference between old-time gardening and gardening today is today gardening cut a lot of shortcut. A lot of shortcut. The right garden, I garden like the old time. But guess what? I'm doing the manual work to get my garden where I want it. These days, people rather run and buy certain things like, you know the names them. Because these things gonna make your plants shoot up faster. But at the end of the day, these plants only shooting up fast, but they have lack of nutrition. And at the same time, the soil is getting destroyed. The soil start becoming like sand. So I rather to do it the old-fashioned, the older way, because it have way more benefit. And you learn more. You learn more. You know why you learn more? Because you got to do everything in a manually form, in a manual form. Other way, you're depending on the product to do the work. You're not learning anything in that matter because the product is doing the work for you. But when you're dealing with organic, garden, you have to put in that work. You don't want her to make it the way you want it. Ain't nothing doing it for you. Like you now see, the size of these wood that I now lift to take in my garden. You see, it ain't easy. There is a 7-foot pepper plant. Yes, boy, Blue. Well, you see it, right? I show it. 7 feet. And I've been doing this for years. So when you talk about organic gardening and the soil, believe it or not, I know what I'm talking about. Okay? Just bear with me for a little guy. Hey, Destiny, sis, how you doing? Give me a minute again, guys.
Not gonna believe this, girl.
All right, guys, this is the tree in the garden. And the garden look a mess right now, but I guarantee you in a few months, you're going to be seeing something completely different.
This is a video where I'm going to be showing you how I water the soil. You see what I'm saying? Check this video. Check this video, guys.
This is a hook. I have a bigger one than this, but this is a small one that I'm using right now. These were magic. These are magical in my garden. Just these 3 tools. Okay? These are my favorite, and sometimes I use the pen. But guys, yes, what I want to show you guys, I'm still walking, preparing the bed and everything, but I want to show you guys, like how I do it. Okay? I'm very interested in growing my food natural. Very interested in that. I am very serious about my garden. I take pride in doing my garden. I don't play when come on my garden. If you look at my garden, you're gonna see it look as natural as possible. I'm not trying to make it fancy because I just want to have a natural, beautiful garden that produces well for me. All right. So let me just wake up this thing and show you guys my soil. Okay. So right now, if you notice here, you're still seeing leaf. You're still seeing leaf, but that's fine. That's okay. And you still could plant even though you see in the leaf. That's no problem. What's gonna happen? They're gonna break down eventually. So all these leaves that you see fall in the garden, all I'm gonna do, mix them in with the soil. Let me give you a little idea of how I do it. So you see everything here. Now watch what I do. I turn it over.
That's all I do. Put it down, turn it over. Put it down, turn it over. Put it down, turn it over. So what I'm doing, I'm mixing the soil and the leaf. I'm not going to plant anything in this area right at this time because I'm just preparing. So by the time this ready for planting, everything is good. All these sticks, we leave them, break them up in pieces, drop them back there. What we do, we dig, turn it over. Okay? Just like that, this bed is getting ready. What I do now, I come back another day and start digging the holes to plant what I want to plant. Okay, so I'm mixing everything in. That's all you got to do. Turn it over. So the dot getting on all the leaves and all the sticks. And it helps it to break down even faster. You see, guys, I eat from my garden, and if you notice, I can walk without tired. Okay? I can just keep going like a machine. Health is important. The food you eat is important. So yes, right here you can see everything is ready. My soil is so soft and nice. Now, you leave this to break down and you go to it. Let me do this area here again. I'm gonna do the same thing. Just like what I know did there. All I do, I turn it over. Turn it over to all these leaves. This is good, man. You put that right back in there, and you dig, and you cover it. 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 So what I'm doing now, I'm getting the soil ready. So when the weather change, this soil already just waiting for the plant to go in. It's just waiting, you know. The soil is so soft and nice. All right, guys. Sorry for holding you guys up. But I just want to show what I'm talking about. You know, I don't like to just talk. I like to show what I'm talking about. The everyday life of an OCDH chick. How you doing? Thank you for being here. All right. So much benefit from gardening with this way when you get the best sleep every night because oh yes, well yeah, that's some good manual plant. This is what I do when we was what you doing for us when I don't want to get this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. The way I garden, guys, it's very hard work. But you know what? I get a lot of exercise. It give me a lot of exercise. It keep my bones together. You know what I mean? So it's a form of exercising for me. And I enjoy doing it because I also enjoy the benefit from doing it. It's an, listen to me, it's just wonderful. It's just wonderful. Hey, Texas Lala, how you doing? Thank you guys for being here. Definitely. Definitely. So yes, guys, as we do, tonight is in the depths of gardening. So I'll be doing tonight is a treat in gardening. Tonight is definitely a treat where I'm really giving some information. I'm going in my notes tonight, which I don't really do, but I'm going in my notes tonight and go a little deeper than what I usually talk about. So now I'm basically trying to show a little more of what I really be talking about. So let me go in a little, go in my notes again. All right. What over the years, I mean, like I know, show you guys a video with the tree body. And for what I've noticed over the years, the things that the body of the tree do for you. Oh, yes. Hey, Carbon King, how you doing? Guys, I'm basically focusing on the video tonight, so I appreciate each and everyone for coming through tonight. Thank you, guys. So if I ain't shut you out, don't bear with me. My moderators and the people in the chat will help me out with that part, because I'm trying to make this a very informational video tonight that people could actually, if they want, they could learn something from it, and maybe they could apply also if they want. Right, like the tree, for what I notice, right? What I notice, the tree compost, it add organic matter to the soil, which decomposes and release nutrients such as nitrogen. Honestly, I want to call them my own name, because, you know what I mean? I just basically put my own name. But sometimes I try to use the scientific words because for people to understand what I'm saying. But I really want to use my own name. But if I do that, you guys ain't going to know what I'm really saying. But you know, potassium. These nutrients are vital and healthy to grow plants. So now, the tree of the body, like I know, do a video there. The body of the tree, it adds so much nutrients to your soil. You wouldn't believe the nutrient these tree body add to your soil, especially if you bury them and allow them to just break down and transform to with your soil. No, when you use the tree body, this thing will add nutrients to your soil for a long period of time. So now by you maintaining, after you add that body and you maintaining it with the leaves and the weeds you pull up in the garden and the grass and all these things, what happening now? It creating such a beautiful soil. The texture of the soil feel like spongy, not just loose. It feels like something that holds together. This is what the body of the tree create, the leaves, the grass clipping, and all these things. This is what they create in your soil. This is important. Hey, Boy Blue, thank you, Boy Blue. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Yes. So this is why you see I go and I lift up these big, heavy body. You think I want to lift up these big tree chunk? Lift them up and walk with them and throw them in my garden for bury them. If I did not know that they carry so much benefit, I wouldn't do that. But I know. I'm not guessing, guys. I'm not guessing here. I know for a fact what tree body, the leaf, the weeds in your garden add to your soil. If you have a little area in your garden, just add some leaf and few things right there and just leave them. Well, I cannot tell you don't add any meat. That's got to be your decision. But I will not add meat in my compost. Why? Like I now mentioned, it creates a lot of disease. It creates pests that might even harm your plant. I'm not gonna use it, but I can't tell you what to do. All right, but if you have access to leaf and wood, you have magic right there. That's magic for you right there. And I'm gonna show you a video how when the tree body break down, how it look. Give me a second there, guys. All right. Let me give you guys a video how the tree body look after it break down. 1 second, guys. Organic gardening, listen to me. Organic gardening, it takes a lot of hard work. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I will say that 1,000,000 times. It's a lot of hard work, but very rewarding. Because what you do, you're building it for a long-term investment. You got to remember this. It's a long-term, so it might be hard for you today, right? It might be very hard for you today, but then 3 weeks from now, or 3 years from now, you're going to be surprised. Okay, all right. Give me one. Okay, let me do this video. You see what? You see all this? Okay, let me see this. This is a rotten tree trunk that I leave. I take. Okay. This is a rotten tree trunk. Do you see how that look? That's a rotten tree trunk right there. Look how it break down. You see how it break down? All right. Okay, guys, you see, that's a rotten tree trunk. Do you think, listen to me, you cannot buy anything in the store? Nothing in the store look like that. You cannot find anything looking like that and feel like that and do such a wonderful thing. Listen, if you guys ain't acquainted with these things, you guys missing out a lot. But tonight, I'm taking you guys in the depth of organic garden. How to basically build an organic garden. But remember, patience, discipline. Remember that. Patience, discipline. This is what you got to stand on. Patience and discipline. You cannot allow yourself to be distracted because you're going to catch yourself using other things. You got to be focused because let me tell you this. 3 years, put it this way. 3 years, right? You gardening for 3 years. If you start out by doing the right thing, when I say the right thing, using organic product in your garden, what you doing? You investing in your soil. That's what you're doing. You investing in your soil. So now this soil gonna be getting better and better and better, not worse, better and better because you invest in your soil. I guarantee you, if you go the other way wrong, I guarantee you 3 years, your soil will be like sand. When you do it so, it's going to be like sand. But the other way around, when you do it, it's going to be feeling like sponge you have in your hand. You see what I'm saying? Look, when I'm digging, do you see how all I got to do push down, dig over? You see how soft the soil is? Many people talk about leaf, but where they don't understand, they're looking at weed as mulch. Yes, it could be mulch. Yeah, it could be mulch, but I don't see leaf as mulch. I see leaf as compost. So even though you add the leaf in your garden, it's going to eventually break down. And yes, it's way more than mulch. It's way more benefit than just mulching. Some people say, oh, mulching for help keep the heat from the plant. Number one, who tells you that these plants don't need the heat anyway? Who tells you that? Where did you get that from? That the plant really don't need this heat? Hey, Urban, how you doing? You see? So adding the leaf is for the nutrients, not for keeping the soil more damp and all this kind of stuff. It's the nutrients you want. Yes, it might help, but I don't see mulch. I see nutrient. Cover the leaf, the breakdown even faster. Don't get me wrong, you could use them as mulch. Don't get me wrong, you could do that. But for me, I don't see them as mulch. I see them as compost and nutrient because they add so much nutrient to our soil. So give me a minute, guys. Let me find another video because tonight is Fresh Thursday, but is in the depths of organic garden. This is what we're doing tonight. All right? Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Let me show you. Yeah, let me do this video here. This is a video I know I recently did, right? Okay.
This is some sweet potato I'm growing here, and now I'm going and get compost from my compost pile, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm doing. All right, guys, so this is my compost pile, and as you see, I'm digging it out. This is just the end of it. If you go into the pile, you're gonna see a lot of worms, a lot of ants, a lot of insects just doing their jobs inside this thing. In this compost pile, all we had was grass, the tree limb, tree body, and all these things. And what happened, it started breaking down. So what we have here, we have 100% organic matter right on this ground right here. If you notice here, you're gonna see all kind of insect walking through all here. I'm not sure if you're seeing all walking through the whole. Look over here again. It just have insect everywhere, just taking itself and just do the job. So this is why I always talk about organic garden, and I always talk about not adding anything to your compost pile, and regardless, it's gonna break down regardless. Look here, we have bugs walking up all here. You see? You see here? We have bugs walking up here, walking up everywhere. All right. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take out a few more, and I'm going to show you how I feed my potato and some of my plants. So let me dig out a couple. I want to be careful. You see, look at worm right here. I want to be careful because when you not be careful, sometimes you damage a lot of the worm. You see, look, one right up inside here. So I don't want to damage the worm, so I gotta be, you see, look at next one, wiggling coming there. You see what I'm saying? This is the thing with when I'm dealing with my compost pile. And when I dig in my soil, I gotta be so careful and skeptical in how I'm doing it because I do not want to damage, kill the earthworm and the bacteria and the pests that create this beautiful compost. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want, these pests is very important to our soil and our garden. So you don't want to damage them. Let me show you what I'm doing here. All right. So this is my potato. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to feed my potato now. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to just spread them all around. Some of them ain't breakdown as yet, but that's okay. All that going to come in for next spring. But the thing about these leaf and pine straw, while they're breaking down, they add nutrients to your soil. So not because it didn't break down, it's still adding nutrients to your soil. The organic matter is very important because guess what? The earthworms thrive from the organic matter. The earthworm love the organic matter. So the more organic matter you add to your garden is the more you're gonna attract the earthworms. We have a lot of insects that do really well in our garden. But because of lack of information, we don't know, and what we do, we try to get rid of them instead of protect them. So, feeding my potato plant, and you see what I feed my plants with? Organic matter. I do not add no type of fertilizer to these plants. The only how I add fertilizer is if I make the fertilizer. Okay? So just like this, guys, just like this, we feed our potato plant. All right? All right. Yes, guys. I hope tonight, tonight live, has motivated someone or somebody tonight. Oh wow. Fifi Johnny, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yes. Yes. Yes, supporting planter. You do so much and always giving back to the community, to the garden. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to you, Fifi Johnny. Shout out to Boy Blue for donating tonight. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys. Thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight. Appreciate you guys. Yes, guys. I hope tonight really has motivated you guys tonight, because I've talked a lot of things about gardening for a while, and I just feel it's time for me to really show more than talking these days. You know, because I have over 1,000 videos on gardening. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, good eats home said, how are you? Thank you, Urban Harvest. How you doing? Thank you guys for being here. Yes, appreciate you guys. Yes, so it's all about gardening, and tonight is a treat for the people. If you're doing gardening, you're interested in organic garden, believe it or not, it's a treat for you guys tonight, where I'm really getting into the heart of gardening. Thank you guys. Yes, thank you guys. It's the least I can do. I appreciate positive people, so I support where I am able. Well, you know what, sis? I truly appreciate you. I thank you for that. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for donating. I appreciate it. Thank you for all your support. Thank you. Truly appreciate it. Thank you. Yes. So now, guys, I'm gonna go for another. I hope you guys enjoying it. I hope you guys having fun, because I'm going and find another videos into the depth of organic garden. This is what this live should be tonight. Yeah, that's the name of it anyway. Into the depths of organic garden. Appreciate you guys. Tonight is a treat. Yeah, this is another one that this is the next one here, guys. This one is another beautiful one, I'm telling you. This is another beautiful one here. This kind of compost, man, you guys listen to me. Get for your plant. You ain't got to go and buy no manure, but I know a lot of people
do not have the access to this kind of stuff, so they have to buy manual. Watch all this. I'm gonna show you how much I get out of this tree. This is tree. I had this tree restaurant for a few years, and now I decide, okay, I'm gonna see if I can get manual from it. And this is very healthy. When you plant and throw this around your plant, listen me, is nothing better than this. So this is how I get my organic manure for my plant, from trees, rotten chunks. Yeah, rotten chunks. So if you have access to this, guys, don't forget, very good for your plant. All right, guys, that's another method right there. So yes, this is how I build my garden. I actually show you how I build my garden today. I actually show you. I actually shows you the things that I add in my garden. And all you see is only natural stuff, right? So now I'm going to show you a little harvest from the production. Let me go into production now. Right, let me go into production now. Give me a minute there, guys. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna just throw this in the compost pile. Look at this one. Mm. This one is pretty massive. Yeah. Mm. This is production, guys, and this is coming from, this is how I build my garden. This is the production from the garden now. right, all right, all right. Okay, guys, so this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm talking about. So I'm just what I'm tonight is in the depth of organic garden, right? And I'm just trying to show you guys this is the method I've been using since I start YouTube, way before I start YouTube. But since I start showing videos, this is the same method I've been doing. And because I put so much time and effort into this garden and the soil, so much time and effort, I don't have to do much right now. The most I do, I still maintaining the soil is the most important thing you could ever do. Maintain your soil. If you don't maintain it, it's going to start losing the nutrition inside of it. You're going to start losing it. So you have to make sure you maintain it. This is why I always say, maintain your garden every year in the fall. Always make sure you maintain that. I'm going to talk a little about there's something I want to talk about container garden. Give me 1 second. Let me go in the chat for a minute. Thank you, Fifi. I appreciate that. Thank you. Very nice of yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, the everyday life. Thank you. Let me give you guys a little secret about container garden tonight. When come on watering container garden, I always tell you guys, too much water. You don't need to water these plants as much as you really think. No, let me just say this, right? You add compost to your soil. Say you add some nice organic compost to your soil in the container. But you keep damping, you keep wetting it, you keep wetting it, you keep wetting it. What do you think happening while you keep pouring that water? What do you really think keep happening? You see these holes that you create for the water comes out? There's where the nutrition and the mineral is finding itself out with the water. While you think it's cool to just be damping and wetting and you washing away a lot. Don't listen to me. Guys, this is my own research. This is all I'm saying is you don't have to believe me. Do your own research. But what I'm telling you here is valuable information. And like I said, you see, look, Fifi said there. Like I said, tonight is the depth of organic gardening. Washing out the nutrient. So I hear somebody was saying the other night, oh, you guys don't wet the plants too much in the container. No. The more water you put, the more you wash out the nutrition out of the soil. I keep saying, plant does not need as much water as you think. You see what I'm saying? They don't. So now you growing your food. Plant love soil. Plant love to be in the ground. But now they come up with ways how to grow them in containers. They love the ground. They love to be in the ground. So now we're growing them in containers, and what we're doing, we watering them like crazy. You know, sometimes you might water them, you see the soil a little dry and you feel like more water. No. When you come out, let me ask you this. When you come out in the morning and look at your plant, don't they look fresh and green? But if you come out in the middle of the day, that's the thing. That's the thing. Coming out in the middle of the day, and in the morning is you're gonna see different. You're gonna be seeing a big difference. How you're gonna be seeing a big difference is if you come out early in the morning, there's gonna be a dew that wet your plants, and your plants gonna look nice and fresh. But if you come out in the middle of the day when the sun is blazing on these plants, you're gonna see they look a kind of tired. But I guarantee you, in the evening after the sun go down, they stand right back up. So this is what I'm saying. You got to know these plants. You have to know these plants. You got to spend time around the plants. You have to come in the morning and observe the plants. You come in the midday, you observe them. You come in the evening, in the night when the sun down, and observe them. You're going to see a difference. So by you coming out in the middle of the day, 12, 2 o'clock, and going in the garden and see they look a little down, and you're ready for pour water, that doesn't mean it need water. What it shows, the sun is so hot that it kind of made just like if the sun is blazing on us, we got to run for shade. But guess what? The plants cannot run for shade. So they got to stay there and deal with it. But at the same time, in the evening, it jumped right back up. It's like, okay, damn, I'm happy that sun gone. So don't get this is the thing. Don't get tied up and believe that your plants need water. And so that's very important. And next thing I'm going to tell you how to keep moisture in your container is you cannot just use compost. Many people grow. Okay. All right, Boy Blue, thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for coming through. Hello, John Shoot. How you doing? Thank you for coming through. All right, Boy Blue, good night. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you coming through. Yes. Container. Many people just use compost, right? Many people just use compost in their container. My recommendation is you should put at least 3/4 soil and mix it with compost. Let me tell you something, when you wet the soil, right? The soil hold more moisture. The soil wet and it hold more moisture for a longer period of time. If you only have compost, when you wet them, the water running right through the compost and run outside. So that's another way how to keep your root wet, saving you from keep wetting over and over. And from my experience, I do not think it's a good idea to keep wetting your plant constantly. You're washing out the nutrition, the nutrients out of the soil. Then your plants did it. You realize you have a pepper tree in the container and all it produced 2 little pepper. And you asking yourself, my goodness, 2 peppers? No, you got to understand these plants. It's important to understand the plants, meaning spend time, get to know them, and learn about them. It's important. All right? Okay, let me see if I can find another video again, because remember, guys, tonight is in the depth of organic garden. All right? In the depth of organic garden. So let me find another video now. Organic garden, listen me guys, it's something that it's a lot of hard work. Yes, it is. It's a lot of hard work, but the reward is amazing. Yeah, the reward is amazing. The reward is on another level. Okay, let me see. Let me find one with the leaf. Let me see. Okay. Yes, organic is just, it's at a different level, but full of hard work, but the reward is great. Always remember that. Give you another idea, where you could really find these composts. I'm kind of showing you guys right now how I get compost for my plant. I try to do everything natural. I try to feed the plant with natural stuff and not chemical. So these, you see this is the kind of stuff I feed my plant. I come and I dig out the rotten stuff from the trunk, and I place it around the plants them. This is real organic compost, guys. I try to do it natural. I take the plants, I'm seeing you have ants and stuff in there. So I really don't want to take the ants in my garden, but I need a compost. So what can I do? This is, man, look at this thing. Look at this, guys. This is real organic compost. The plant's gonna love this. I think natural is the way, I think the plants them, I already have almost half bucket. This is all I'm gonna take because right now I own. All right. Okay, guys, so that's another farm again. So you see, over the years, guys, I have put in a lot of work into my garden. So it's not going to happen overnight. That's the thing. It's not going to happen overnight. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of focus. It takes a lot of patience. But at the end of the day, once you're doing it, you know you're doing the right thing and you know you're doing it as a long-term investment. So with this long-term investment, you will be able to get organic food for a long period of time. Just make sure you maintain the garden. You have to maintain it. If you maintain it, it's going to get better and better. If you don't maintain it, it's going to start losing. So it really takes a lot of work to do organic garden. Really take a lot of manual work. But at the same time, it helps. The exercising, it really helps. It really helps. Hey, Miss Shirley, good night. How you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on? Yes, guys. So, this is the depth of organic garden. I have taken you guys to a journey, well, my journey of organic garden, and I'm basically also showing you guys the result as well from what I use, what I do, and I'm basically showing result. So this is just to motivate anyone who really want to grow something, and maybe they might not want to use the chemical and there's actually ways you can make it happen. So let me one more video, and we're gonna just one more video, guys. Okay, this one, well, I got to show you guys this one because this one is my super juice. Let me show you guys let me show you guys something here. And guys, don't forget, my super juice will be coming maybe in October. So stay tuned, all right? You guys gonna love this juice. I'm telling you right now. Let me see.
This pepper, I'm gonna pick this one. I'm gonna leave the other one, which is down there, but I'm gonna pick this one. This one, guys. Look at this pepper, guys. Look at this pepper. This comes from the super juice. Man, this pepper feel like it's weighing like a pound. I'm telling you. This feel like a pound and change in weight. Yes, this feel like a pound in weight. There's a next one down there, but I'm gonna leave it. Not gonna pick it today. I'm gonna leave that one to change its color. Look at this thing. Look. This thing feel like it weighs about a pound and change.
All right, guys. That's a product from my super juice. My super juice is coming pretty soon. That's a product from my super juice. I'm gonna show you a video where I did the experiment and show you the result. Hey, Black Guns and Garden, what's up? How you doing? Prune a few plants and I took a leaf stem and threw them in a big empty way. Some water come also. Some of my tomatoes were half eaten and I threw them away. A big flow of pato. Oh wow, wow. Thank you, Jones Shoot. Please consider joining this. Thank you, Fifi. I appreciate that, Fifi. All right. Yes, guys, you're always welcome to join this membership. All right. It's under the screen. Thank you so much. All right. So I'm going to find a video now that can show you, give you an idea of the super juice and what it's, how it really works. All right? Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, this video will give you an idea. Oh, okay. What I mean super juice? Okay. The super juice is an organic fertilizer that I make for the plants. Everything 100% organic. Let me show you some result right now. It's an organic fertilizer that I did my research. I did my experiment. But let me show you an experiment that I did on this organic super juice. All right.
Santa Garden TV, how you guys doing? Well, guys, this is a magical juice. This juice is 100% organic. The ingredients are amazing. And I've been working on this project for a while now. A while. And by doing my own experiment, I have experimented something, guys. This super juice has created history. This super juice have created history, and it will be going on sale pretty soon. Now, let me show you the result from this super juice. All right, these are some peppers. All these peppers, I plant them the same time. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 7 peppers, what I did, I only add my super juice. I only add my super juice to this pepper, this one, and this one. I did not add my super juice to this one, this one, this one, and this one, and this one. I did not add the super juice. I only add to this one and this one over there. So now, guys, I'm going to show you the result. The results are in. Now, look what's going on here. The only 2 pepper that I add the super juice around is the only 2 pepper that have, look at this, guys. Look at this. Is the only 2 pepper that have 2 huge pepper and small ones. These only have small ones with black flowers, but they don't have no pepper. So the only 2 that I put the super juice, the organic super juice by, have big pepper. So let me show you the other one. This is the other one right here. You see? So the only 2 pepper that have on pepper is the only 2 that I put the super juice around. Guys, this is a fantastic juice, organic, 100%. The ingredients are wonderful. This, let me explain something to you. With this super juice, what it do, this super juice cause the plant to produce even faster than it's supposed, than if you did not put no juice around it. It causes the plant to produce even faster. So it's a booster as well. It gives the plant that energy to start producing fruits very early. Look at these. They still have on flowers. Look at these too. Look at this. Huge pepper already. So the results are in. Planter Super Juice will be available pretty soon. If you're interested in the Super Juice, please email me. All right? Planter Super Juice pretty soon.
All right, all right, all right. So, guys, this is basically an experiment I did. I plant 7 pepper. I try it with other plants to see the same result. I plant 7 peppers, same type of peppers. Plant them the same day, 7 pepper. I add the juice around 2 of the peppers. And the 2 peppers I add around the 2 pepper I add the juice around produce 2 huge peppers, and the other 5 only have on flowers and little pepper. So this is even boosting your plant. It helps boosting your plant, that your plant could produce big and faster. And this is the product that will not harm your plant, and it also good for the environment. It's also, so it's not harming the plant, it's not harming the earthworms, it's not harming the pollinators. It's basically not harming. It blends in with the environment. It also helps enriching your soil. This is a product that I've been working on for a while, and I put the work into this, and that's the result is revealing. So pretty soon it will be available. All right? Yes, definitely. Thank you, Fifi, for that. So yes, guys, remember, I'm an organic gardener. So everything I do is organic. Everything I use is 100% organic. I do not add anything but what nature provides into my garden, into my compost, into my fertilizer. Yes. So as always, guys, thank you guys again for coming out. I hope this live was very interesting. And I want to make another announcement. And the announcement is Plant a Herb Garden Challenge 2024 will begin next year at the 1st of March. All right. So anyone interested, you could email me, or anytime we talk about it and you're interested, you could always press 1. And you also could email me. That's my email on the screen. You want to become a member, you could always become a member, because, and remember, guys, to all my members, remember, and my moderators, please email me that, because I do, if you're interested in the garden class, I also do garden class for members. All right. So if you're interested in gardening class, you could become a member of the channel, and you could get, it's included, garden class is included, where we talk about gardening. We go to the depth of gardening. So if you are a member, don't forget, there's videos there about gardening. You could always go back and look on. All right. So thank you, guys. And don't forget, guys, Plant a Herb Garden Challenge 2024 begin. Shout out to Black Guns to coming in second. Shout out to Duval for coming in third. Shout out to Bonnie for coming in fourth. Thank each and everyone for participating in that 2000 Planter Herb Garden Challenge 2023. We appreciate each and every one of you. Enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you, good eats. Blessings to you, blessings. Next garden class will be on the right. Thank you, Fifi Johnny. I appreciate that. The next garden class is on the 7th month, 30th, 2023, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yes, you can always come through once you are a member. All right? This is dedicated to the members because I appreciate you guys for joining the membership. So yes, I have to give back to you guys. I truly appreciate you guys. Be blessed, everyone. Stay safe. Yes, yes, yes. Thanks, Planter, for opening your Val. Good luck with you. Good luck with your new product. Waiting for it available for. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I did open my vault tonight. I hope it can motivate somebody tonight. All right? So, as always, guys, thanks to my moderators, thanks to all the members, thanks to all the supporters, all the subscribers. Truly appreciate you guys. Tonight was a wonderful night. And tonight, okay, let me say this. Every third of the month, the name of the live is Fresh Thursday. So we have open discussion and we have Fresh Thursday. Fresh Thursday is when you can come, you can drink a fresh cup of tea. Make sure you drink something fresh on Fresh Thursday or eat something fresh from your garden on Fresh Thursday. All right? So, as always, okay, Life from Scratch put up. So, Life from Scratch ready for the 2024 Herb Garden Challenge. Beautiful. As always, guys, you guys have a blessed and wonderful night. Peace, love, and blessing to each and every one of you. Happy gardening. Thank you guys for all your support. Blessings.